so I thought I might try something different and suggest for you a couple of titles you might want to keep an eye out for when it comes to the upcoming summer sale, as I would like to give back to you, the lovely people, and well, we will see how it goes. The estimate for when this can be approximately is the 23rd of June. However, I cannot guarantee this because you cannot believe everything you will see or read on the web. Except of what I tell you, of course. That is always 80% accurate, but only 60% of all the time. But I think this can be still a lot of fun. Therefore, I will be suggesting games in either early access, classics, and we will see how it goes. Now, as it's impossible for me to know what your specs are of your laptop or your desktop computer, which you are using, I'll be trying to suggest games from all sorts of genres, so even if you are gaming on a total potato, you can potentially find something on the list. And I will be more than happy to read what games you are most looking forward to while getting through the Steam Summer Sale with your wallet potentially still semi-full. Now I have to mention that based on my observations, games that come out in, let's say, the year 2022, they might not appear on the Steam sale because there is always a period of time that needs to pass before certain sales or discounts can be applied. Therefore, I cannot guarantee that titles such as The Elder Ring will make appearance, as this title came out only in February of this year, and so chances are you might have to wait until the fall or Christmas sale to see a potential discount of 10 to 15% if you don't want to pay the full retail price. And with that all said, let's jump into the list and see what Max has to suggest. So when it comes to the early access, it's no secret that many indie developers have been lately scratching that gaming itch or hitting that very special niche that many of us would love to experience. However, thanks to the fact that these are not your AAA titles, you can count on the basic cost not going over $40, and most of these titles can run even on your potato. This means I will be suggesting a couple of titles here alone in no particular order, but I have noticed as of late that the early access section has also a big influx of adult games, so if you will be going through the list, maybe I suggest you are alone in your room. Project Warlock 2. Now I'm more than happy to recommend this FPS shooter, as it is a great experience. If you ever played old school shooters like Wolfenstein 3D, Duke Nukem, Doom, or others, this will be right there up your alley. However, due to the early access, unfortunately the game does not have the full story or access to all the missions, therefore you might get only a limited experience. But the best case scenario is that the game can be added to your wishlist and you can thank me later. Have a Nice Death. Are you a fan of platformers with combat thrown into them? You can think of games like Cuphead or even Ori and the Blind Forest or its sequel Ori and the Will of the Wisps, but Have a Nice Death puts you in a role of death itself, and you traverse the various places and hack your way through the enemy with your trusty scythe. Timberborn. Do you like town building games with resource management, however people are not appealing to you? Well, do I have a fun title to suggest to you, as your population will be consisting of beavers. Because beavers are able to build dams, I guess, and here we are looking at that South Park universe situation where Cartman got frozen so he can get his hands on a new console, but he was woken up thousands of years later and talking beavers were present. I'm not sure. I'm just saying anything is possible. Vrising. Now, the top-down RPG games have been popular thanks to companies like Blizzard back in the day with Diablo. However, today, you can find far more superior titles out there, even if they are in early access, because God knows Diablo 4 will be released, well, eventually, but how and when and what state it will be, it's difficult to anticipate. Just keep in mind, these sorts of games are absolute notorious time consumers, so if there is a sink full of dishes you want to get to, it will be there even tomorrow. Okay, farming simulators. Here I go a little bit crazy because I do love me a good farming simulator. However, currently, I cannot really recommend my time at Sandrock, as I do feel the game has room for lots of improvement and increasing the overall player experience. Therefore, I would suggest for you to maybe wishlist that title, and in the meantime, check out these other two titles for your agricultural plans. Because let's face it, none of you are going to spend the day outside planting and watering potatoes, because who needs the pesky back pain? Am I right? Spirit of the Island. Currently, Steam has a demo for the game, so if you're not sure, you can check out the demo and then decide if you want to go for the game, if it will be discounted during the Steam sale. Hokko Life. Now, there might not be a demo, but the feedback for the game is mostly positive, and it gives this sort of Animal Crossing vibe, so who knows, maybe give it a shot. MewnBase. Now, this game has been around for quite a long time, which is maybe why I'm a little hesitant to suggest it, because it has a really long development period, but I believe the team behind it consists of one person, so maybe that might be the reason. But it's a fun little survival game where you take a role of a cat astronaut, and hey, if you are a cat person, this might be just the right game for you. I mean, it's your choice what you eat. At least in comparison to the damn vegans, you don't feel the need to tell everyone. Classics. Okay, now suggesting games like Witcher 3 Wild Hunt seems too obvious, so I will try something different, as I feel like these games should definitely be experienced if you did not have the chance yet. Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Now, why would I suggest Civ 5 when there is Civ 6? Well, it's simple. I believe it looks far better than its sequel, which to me looks just way too cartoony and oversaturated. And on top of it, who does not want to boost their research and send Roman Praetorians with machine guns against the enemy who just reached the Iron Age? Anno 1404 History Edition. Yeah, I think you guys are going to pick up on a couple of things in here, like me trying to pitch you some of the games I really enjoy, but I have to give it to this title in the franchise, as it's the one which made me fall in love with the overall franchise itself, making me eventually purchase the sequels such as 2070, 2205, and even the 1800. But I still love this one the most. Doom 2016. Now look, this game is still really awesome. And yes, it does have the pistol which none of you will ever use, but for me, I still prefer Doom 2016 over its sequel, as there were these features which just annoyed the living hell out of me, but the story and the overall experience is really solid, and this game is definitely something which you should try out by yourself. Surviving Aftermath. Okay, so I do enjoy a lot of strategy games, so what? But I can definitely recommend this one, as it's easy to pick up even for a newcomer, and it's easy to learn the in-game mechanics and start building colonies that can survive anything from nuclear fallout to meteor showers to raiders or having only potatoes for lunch, because nobody wants to eat for lunch that cockroach which is the size of a damn dog. Heroes of Might and Magic 6. I know, who still plays these games, and why number 6 in particular, when there were newer titles? Or partially it's because I really love the infernal race in this game. Their units just look metal as fuck, but on top of it, this game is especially amazing to be played during the winter time, as if you do not want to use your heaters, I do recommend playing this game, as it will definitely be making your computer run super hot, and therefore you can save on your heating bill. You can thank me later, I guess. Alan Wake. Yeah, the game that got me hooked on YouTube, and how I discovered how amazing this platform can be to experience a game through somebody else's narration or just having someone to walk you through some game. This game still gives me chills, and holy shit, there's some weirdo chasing me through the woods. Stardew Valley. Okay, I might not suggest obvious choices like Dishonored and other titles, but this game still holds up very well even today. On top of it, it has an amazing community. If you would have community like this in games like Dota, League of Legends and other games, I shit you not, everyone would enjoy those games 10 times more, and they would have much better player base. Special mentions. Teardown. Would you like to see what would happen if a person without a license would try to remodel your bathroom? Or maybe you just want to see the world burn, but not from behind the prison bars where you are forced to be girlfriend to some dude called the Hammer. Well, this game has a lot of potential, and it also creates the opportunity for you to use its scenario builder, so you can have lots of fun destroying a lot of things. Mr. Prepper. Are you watching the news and you see how we are moving to this next era of Cold War? Well, Mr. Prepper has got you covered, as in this game, you will be able to experience what it might be for you to decide to build a nuclear shelter under your home and survive the nuclear apocalypse. Plus, Steam has a demo available, so you can give it a shot, and if you don't like it, well, maybe something else. The Riftbreaker. Have you always struggled to set up those horribly complex supply chains in Factorio? Do you still want to build things but also shoot some stuff? Well, do I have a game for you? Also, have I mentioned that Steam has a demo for this? And yeah, those are some of the fun suggestions I think you might want to check out during the sale. I will not be suggesting games like Far Cry 3 or other titles, as I believe these in general have sufficient awareness from you, the players, to be aware of, so it's kind of pointless. And on top of it, it would make the list like 68 times longer. But yeah, these are some of the fun little titles I think you might want to take a look at, and I would definitely love to hear what are the games which you are looking for. Are there any games in early access or to be announced which you would like to see in the Steam Summer Sale, or to be launched or released for the public in the nearby future? Do let me know. Are there any titles which you are definitely planning on picking up during the Steam Summer Sale? Do let me know. It does help also with the algorithm, and I definitely want to see what you guys and ladies are looking forward to, so please let me know. Give the video a big thumbs up if you want me to make something like this even for the fall sale or the winter sale or Christmas sale, or just in general if you want me to be Gaben's bitch so that he can be even richer and we can have larger libraries where everyone plays only 10% of all the titles. Let me know. I'll be more than happy. and we will see how it goes. Thank you all. See you in the next one.